Hi everybody, this is Olivia from the Alexandrienne channel, and today we're going to draw some dangle borders. So if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you'd give it a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you would comment and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks. Okay, let's get started. Okay, now when you go to make your dangles, you always want them to be attached to something. You might already have something there, and if not, create something. Like in this case, I've made a diamond shape. I thought that might be a good one to start with. It's simple, and diamonds are always pretty. And then I'm going down and adding some dots, but you can put in there whatever you like. This is just a geometric, simple, quick border. And at the bottom, I'm putting a square. But, it'd be really neat if it were like a treasure box or something. Use your imagination and you can come up with all kinds of neat things. Now, in this next one, it's a wavy line and it's berries. It's all about the berries. You can put single berries or multiple berries on each little stem. And these always look very good because it's kind of a feminine touch, and where the one I just got done with looks, like I said, more geometric, this looks just kind of feminine and easy, just very easy on the eyes. Okay, now we're going to get ready to go on to the next one. And that one is going to be a themed one. And we're going to make it a celestial theme. So first we're going to put the sun. These are very simple and quick. You can make them as detailed and complex as you like, but I thought I would start, or at least with this video, just doing real simple ones that are easy and fun. Okay, so then you put a star, and after that, you can put anything you want, but since it's celestial, we wanted to keep it all, in the heavens or in the sky. So then it's a cloud, and we'll follow that with a crescent moon. And then for something a little different, we're going to go off of the bottom tip and make another little line with a little star on the bottom. Just to show you that you can branch off and continue on in any way you like. Like you could have made a little piece coming off of the moon if you wanted to. And now you see what I'm pointing at there is that vertical line that's going down from the diamond. So this is why I usually create my designs in pencil first and then go over it, because when you don't, if you're not really sure what you're creating next, you're going to have a black line and you might not want that. They're not very easy to erase, those markers. Okay, so this one is just ovals, and I'm going from large to small and then back to large again. You probably can't get too much more simple than this. But believe me, they look really cute when they're done, especially when they're colored in. They look good. Okay, so I'm going small, large, and then I'm going to go back to small again. And now next, I am creating one that is gems. And in my book, the Drawing Dangles book, I did a mandala or mandala, however you want to say it, that is all gems. And if you put lines where the cuts of the gems are, it looks even better because then you can make them different colors. Like where the sun's coming in, say the center section right there might be lighter than the sides. And so that's a lot of fun to play with. Makes a pretty neat visual effect. And then I'm doing the same thing, only this one is with a rectangle. And go ahead and put your lines in where you think the cut might be. And what's kind of neat about these is oftentimes if you look at an actual gem, you'll notice that, say, the top and the left side are close to the same color, and the bottom and the right side are a different color, and the center is a different color. So that makes a really neat effect. And that's got to do with the lighting, of course. And then in between there, if you want, I just added what I envisioned to be like a little pearl. You could do that. You could put, well, dots, stars. Okay, and that's an oval. So ovals, it depends on how it's cut. Oftentimes they will actually have a cut and sometimes they're rounded. So I just made that one kind of a rounded one. And now this one is cut where I'm making those little lines. And you could put different colors all around in that too. Talking about something a little bit different here. These are easy to make. They look really good on just about anything that you're using them for, say journaling, scrapbooking, card making, just about any craft where you need a design. And on this one, my favorite, I'm doing some swirls and I'm putting some dangles on the dangles. So I have little dangles coming off of the dangled swirls. And I think that has a pretty neat feminine touch. And I think it looks really good. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the next one. This one is going to have a bow that you attach the dangle to. And it's going to be a double bow. See where I'm putting the other line? That way you can go in with two different colors. Say a pink and a red. That way the pink would look like it's closer to you and the red would look like it was a shadow. So it adds just a little bit of depth. You don't have to. You can just put one bow, not the double bow, and it would look really cute. But bows always look cute, you know. Okay, and then I'm going to just go down and make some simple little shapes just for cuz. Just because I wanted to. You have to excuse me. I'm having a mischievous moment. Sorry. No, really, sorry about that. Sometimes I'm talking and I just get carried away with what I'm saying, and then I get lost and I derail. So, yeah, really sorry. Okay. And then I'm going to end it with a little teardrop shape or water drop shape. And now we are going to go on and work on a few horizontal dangle borders. This first one, I'm actually combining two different looks into one for the sake of brevity. Brevity, so the video won't take quite so long. So these two looks could actually work as one. It all depends on how you make it. But I was going to create one that's got a little bit more of a masculine touch, and one that's got more of a feminine touch, and combine them into one. Okay, at first, remember you need something to attach it to. So I'm going to use bows on either side. And you know when you're going to a party or something and they have the banners on the wall, the happy birthday banners, that kind of thing. That's what this kind of reminds me of. And a lot of times when you're going to create something, if you think of what a three-dimensional item looks like I just mentioned the banner, for example, and you think about how can I take this down to 2 dimensions and still get the same effect or a similar effect. That's kind of what I'm doing here. I am not using the little flags or anything, but I envision this horizontal bar with these little bows holding it to the wall. So that's what this is about. Anyway, and typically when I do the dangles, I stagger the links so they're not symmetrical. But in this case, I thought it might be a good idea for space to just keep it somewhat close to the same shape as the horizontal bar holding them. Okay, so at the bottom of each one of these, I'm simply putting a circle. And that alone, if you look at that, I think looks cute. You can add so much to it, but even just that, I think, is a cute idea. Also, remember that when you're adding these little elements, you can put them on the horizontal bar as well. You don't have to just put them on the dangled part. You could have the little attachment pieces on the horizontal bar. Now, this is the part where I'm kind of doing one style, whereas if I were making them myself, I might do it separately on a different one. But here, just putting different little shapes, and I'm making them in black for two reasons. One, to help you see them better, and the other is because of the black vertical lines from the dangles. I didn't particularly want those to show. But you can see if you just keep adding all kinds of different shapes and coloring them in when you're done, this would make a really cute border for something. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to start doing the more what I would consider the feminine side of it. And now, yes, these would both work together, but they potentially could look better as separate ones. On the bottom, if you just put three little dots below each circle, it adds a more feminine, more delicate appearance. And, well, just ignore that extra dot there. But anyway, it adds a very soft, delicate, feminine appearance. That's why I said the ones that I've put inside, the geometric ones, you know, might look better as a separate one. But they also can combine just fine depending on what other elements you add to the border. Okay, I'm rambling. So, when you finish these little dots, it looks kind of lacy or just feminine. You put that with the bows, and I think it really could look pretty. And it even looks good with little shapes on there. Say if you took those shapes and colored them with feminine colors, the shapes are great. Only I would add more shapes, regardless, either way. Okay, now we're going to do the next one, and we're going to stick with the celestial theme like the one above, only it will be different. Now, if you want to, you can make your lines straight across, or do what I'm doing here, have them at a little bit of a slant so they kind of look like there's a little bit of slack in there where they're hanging down. And they're going to be attached by two little stars, and then go down and put a sun somewhere close to the middle. It doesn't have to be in the middle, but somewhere close to it. And then this sun I'm making a little bit differently than the one above, just for variety's sake. Okay, there's a sun. Ta-da! And now we're going to put something on either side of the sun to keep with the celestial theme. And I think what I would like to do on this one is to put clouds. So I'll put clouds on either side. And when you're making these, where the dangle lines are, you can add other elements like stars. You could even add birds, raindrops, whatever you think would look good. Okay, and now I am going to add a rainbow, and since I'm using a thicker marker, it looks a little bit chunky, so this might look better if you do it in a ultra fine tip. But I knew it would be easier to see on the video with the larger tip, so I went ahead and used it. But I'm sure people would get the idea. Then I went over on the other side and made a raindrop. And now I'm making a moon. And on this other side, it will be a crescent moon. And that's almost finished. I think it would look nice, so I'll add a few little stars here and there that aren't attached to anything. And a lot of times you'll see an image that has just little dots in with stars. And of course, those are indicating stars that are further away. And when you're making borders or any art, actually, if it's a celestial thing, and you have those little dots, everybody knows that that's what that means. And it looks really pretty. It adds to it. So that is it for our video today. I hope you enjoyed it, and it would have been really neat if any of you drew along with me. That'd be fun. And I would love to get your comments and for you to subscribe and hit the bell notification to be notified when I post new videos. And if there's any kind of borders that you're interested in me going over, let me know in the comments below. Okay, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Much love. Bye.